very bright, very polished. Both of them really are, just outstanding. And they practice, you know, this is proof that your reward really comes from hard work. And they work tirelessly, just the true essence of working as a team, and had a great finish. It was a little controversial, the results were all mixed up, but they were first runner-up in the NBA competition in 2015, representing the team in Stockholm. And I should mention that we have a couple of other illustrious sales students here. And since one of the recipients isn't actually coming tonight, he was the one I actually thought would come, because I don't think there was ever an opportunity for him to sell more suits than tonight. Some of you know what I'm talking about, but you've already met Jack. But apparently he was really down with the flu tonight. But I did also want to recognize, as well as Jeremy, I wanted to recognize Rob Hogan at the back, who was an excellent competitor. He was in the finals of the speed cell at the National Sales Challenge in 2014, I think. Yeah, and not easy to do. Again, a field of about 80 students, very difficult. And Shannon Gieslin, and I think I'm going to give you Jack's award. You can sit in for Jack, because really what you did in Atlanta, you showed your pretty much tears, you know. But he had the extra award, so that's really good. So I did want to recognize those two as well, and I hope I'm not missing anybody. Edsel did compete for us, as well as being with CMAC. He did compete for us well at the National Team Selling Competition. I don't think I'm missing anybody. Okay. So next. This person, she walked unsuspectingly into my office for some advising about 2.5 years ago. And I said, that person is going to win a national sales championship in about a minute. It was so apparent. Her polish and her personality and her energy, you know, true professional. And it took me about a year to lure her in. I'm usually a little better at it than that, but she was pretty level-headed. I couldn't get her to kind of compete at first, but when she finally did at the National Sales Championship, she put her all into it and worked exceedingly hard. And her true talents became very apparent in the way she was able to handle situations under pressure, impress and interact with senior level executives. You know, an awful lot of polish, and everybody commented on that. It was the first time we'd ever won that competition. You know, Sarah and Kyle had a great record there. Kyle had a great record there. Kyle was second, 2 second-place awards overall and third-place team award. We were very close to winning it. We were third twice in a row, but we finally got over that hump. And Nicole and her partner Jack Nikias won the National Sales Challenge in 2016, and I'd like you to applaud for Nicole Thompson. Then we'll get this one. Yeah. Okay. Next, Jack can't be here tonight. Jack was, you know, certainly one of our most prolific competitors as well. And, you know, the Marines looked for a few good men. He was went in for a 5-year hitch, and you know, that discipline for the Marines was very apparent. But they looked for a few good men. We found the best one in terms of these competitions. So Nicole finished first in the role-play competition at the National Sales Challenge. It's a 2-event competition. Jack finished second in the speed cell, which is similar to what you're doing tonight overall, and he was a finalist. And he was very strong overall. He finished second overall in the competition. Nicole finished third overall. And it was just a tremendously exciting competition because it's 8 finalists, and there were 2 schools that had 2 finalists, and the rest was spread all over. So we knew it was definitely going to be between us and Louisiana and Lafayette. And so we really got our energy up here and worked as a team. And as it turned out, Jack finished second, Nicole finished third. The 2 guys from Louisiana, Lafayette, finished 4th and 5th. So even though one student from Lynn Patterson won it overall, it wasn't even close. It was a 2-team race. So it was very, very exciting when they finally made the announcement. So I think, you know, as a co-worker and somebody that was partner of Jack in Atlanta and considered to be kind of a team member and had an exactly equal finish to Jack in Atlanta, where he also won a plaque. They were peas in a pod all the way through, and they both work for Tom James now. So to accept recognition for Jack's award, I'd like to bring up Shannon Gies. Now, Jack and Shannon were, for those of you who know how the Atlanta competition works, we were only one of 3 schools that went right through, got both students right into the quarterfinals, without having to go through the round robin wildcard. Yeah. Thank you, Shannon. Now, in the world of MBA sales, you know, we talk about pairs. You know, if I had a student who was a big fan of figure skating, you know, there's all the famous figure skating pairs, and the fame that this pair has now in MBA competition. I can tell you that one of the recipients, I know she's the most awarded competitor ever in the history of the MBA competition at the National Collegiate Sales Competition. They were kind of an unlikely last-minute pair in 2017 to sign up for the MBA competition. I wouldn't say I was desperate, but I was selective. But it became quickly apparent that they had these different and very complementary skills and just incredibly bright and great work ethic, and they just took off with it. But you know, I wasn't super first, to be honest. But they did tremendously well, and then probably overall awards, I'd have to check the college, but I think the most awarded sales students ever in the history of UW Parkside, Phil LeBar and Ashley Marchetti. So. They won a total of, between you, what was it, 10 awards, something like that?
How many things?
14 awards? No. I think it's 10. I think it's 9 or 10. And Ashley, it finished first 2 years in a row in the customer care call, and with her other scores, I'm certain there have been multiple time competitors in that competition, but I'm certain she's been the best competitor in the nation. And Phil has been absolutely sensational. We did great there. And I do want to tell you one other thing about both of them, but also about Ashley. I saw something that I've never seen in judging and being in about 40, 50 competitions. Last year, and a few of you, I think Kyle remembers this, we had some very close battles with Texas State and some very controversial finishes. And Amanda Frank, 13 thought we should have won in 2011. Last year, you know, they won in 2017 by a wide margin. Texas State had been down for a couple of years. We actually have the best record in the NBA competition of any school in the last 4 years. But sure enough, again last year, it was a razor-thin finish between Texas State and UW Parkside. It came down to less than 0.5% on 2,000 points with the scores. And Ashley absolutely rocked the third round, and she nearly caught them. She won by 15% over the nearest competitor. It's just a huge score. And the judges, she was the last one to go in. One of them came out and said, well, could you come back into the room for a minute? And they gave her a standing ovation. I've never seen that happen. So, again, very well done. So we'll get on with the festivities here. We can do a little bit of networking if you like. The students know what the setup is here. I'll explain it briefly to our guests. You're going to see 18 or 19